The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Harvest Chants. Can you believe it's already August 2nd? How crazy time flies. Summer is almost over, and then we're gonna get into Halloween. Let's hope it goes faster. Okay, if you are confused by the style of the show that is starting to convert into, feel free to click off and go to episode 3. That will explain the reasons and the motives that I am trying to advertise. So today I'm going to read a segment of the book, and while the segment is being read, the scene will be drawn on the screen. And then after I read the segment, I'm going to explain the thought process behind that. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. And by the way, this is the only time you're going to be seeing the scenes in color, because I'm going for a grayscale once the final product is published. But observe the platinum freaks. They roamed outside the countryside. They moved slowly, scanning everything they could. Like they were looking for something or someone. Nova, your food. Nova placed the plate on the table, carefully avoiding to spill it. The eggs over easy, cooked, but the eggs can still drip on the hash. The hash looked overdone, as usual. The corned beef and potato mixture almost burnt to a crisp. Nova, problem? Phoenix, no, thank you. Nova walked away to the next customer. Cyclone was the name, so I heard. Sit in the same spot with his face covered with tan scarves. Nova, you think I own a hotel? Pay, then get your quirky self out of here. Oh, Phoenix, right. You will never change, Nova. Nova, it's ma'am to you. Now leave so I can clean up for the next customer, waiting for a window view. When I was grabbing my jacket, Scarface turned his gaze towards me. His eyes weren't normal. They were glowing red, possibly implants he got in the past. Cyclone made a sort of strange gesture. Nova, all right, you stayed here long enough. She shut the door behind me, closing all the shades. This only raises more questions. That's all you're going to get. So the thought process of this particular scene is an homage to a couple cartoons I used to watch as a kid. And I think having the eeriness of the middle of nowhere gives a little bit more of a dramatic feel. This does take place in the middle of nowhere, if you can't tell already, and a couple yards from the old barn where Phoenix lives. Phoenix is sitting at a diner-based restaurant. I always was a fan of diners growing up as a kid, having Bigfords in Brockton, Massachusetts, and now we live across from the village Carrettle, where I live now. Excellent place. I highly recommend if you're in the Plainville area. I recommend done the 2 eggs over easy. And of course, this takes place at night. I always enjoyed having like a night dinner breakfast thing. It's one of my favorite meals growing up as a kid. Nova is based off of a person that I dealt with in my lifetime. She always caused a lot of issues with me every time I had class with her. She wasn't like doing it on purpose. She's not doing it on purpose, but she really did ticked off a lot of students that were in the same boat to get out of there. Some of these characters will be based off of some of the toxic people that I dealt with in my lifetime. I'm not telling you to go after these people. I'm telling you that these people do exist, and whether they're a dragon or a telesapian, which means wise lizard, which is the new subspecies that will be in the book. So that's how I got some inspiration for that particular scene. And who doesn't like a cup of coffee, sitting by a windowside in the middle of nowhere watching the stars? Who wouldn't like that? That's been my dream. Like I mentioned before, I am going for a grayscale for the final product. This will be the only time that you're going to be seeing the scene in color when you watch my shows, whether it's holiday crafts or harvest chants. This will be the only time you're going to be seeing my artwork in color. If you haven't done so already, feel free to follow me on YouTube at Harvest Witch Studios. There'll be a variety of art and animations that will be posted on there. And that's all for today. I'm going to cut the audio here while the rest of the scene is being drawn. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and stay creepy.